Yo, what is going on YouTube? I am Germ here. Today, as you guys can see up on the screen, we're going to be talking a little bit about Sofi Technologies Incorporated. This is ticker symbol SOFI. And yeah, some bad news for Sofi today, obviously, as the stock has hit a 52-week low, a new 52-week low, a new all-time low. Obviously, not great news. Not what investors, especially people who have, no matter what point you've gotten in on this stock, obviously now you're in the red, but especially, people who are really expecting something out of this stock in the short term or, have bought recently expecting that, hey, things can't go any lower, things can't get any worse, whatever. But obviously you can see, when we zoom out here, we go to the max. We IPO'd around 1041 in December of 2020. And we are now today at $7.48. That's where we closed, but intraday we actually hit 737, which you can see right here is a new 52-week low for the stock. Sofi has never been lower, but there's obviously some bad news and stuff surrounding it, the reason why the stock is getting pushed down, but there's also plenty of other stuff to talk about involving Sofi stock and Sofi the company. That's what we're going to be doing in this video today. So definitely drop a like if you guys do enjoy it. I would appreciate that so much. And subscribe to stay up to date on all my latest content. Of course, as always, there's going to be no financial advice in this video. I'm not telling you guys to buy. I'm not telling you guys to sell. Nothing like that. Just going over some news, some articles, giving my thoughts and opinions, that type of stuff. With that being said, let's get right into this. So 2022 was supposed to be a big, exciting year for Sofi. Again, there was all the talks of when the bank charter was going to happen, and obviously that did end up happening in 2022. There was, different acquisitions and stuff going on, like Technisys, getting brought into the company. And there's been Anthony Noto buying the dip. He's bought this stock at 7 something, at 8 something, at 9 something. There's all the growth, all the different features, all the different things I have going on. We had the Super Bowl in SoFi Stadium. But unfortunately, like I said, this stock is down 3.11% today. We are now down over 50% on the year, and it's mid-April. That's 3.5 months. We're down 52%. That is really, really crazy. Now, when we look at the broader market today, that's, even worse news for Sofi. The fact that, yes, the Dow Jones was down about 0.25%. S&P was down about 1/3. NASDAQ was down 0.3%, and the Russell was actually up 0.33%. So, there was a lot of red in the market, and maybe most of the major indices were red and were down. Nothing was down 3%. Nothing was down this big. This is almost 10% greater downward momentum and downward pressure than the greater market and the greater indices. So this is just not a good sign for Sofi. And again, this is just how things have been going recently. Just pretty much, yes, there's obviously been some ups and downs. There's been some ebbs and flows, but so far 2022 has been an absolute disaster for Sofi. Some of that you can blame on the market as a whole. Some of that you can blame on people being worried about the future. Some of it is student loans getting pushed back and pushed back and pushed back. Some of it is stock-based compensation and dilution concerns and worries and all that stuff. But again, even though this thing keeps getting pushed down and pushed down and pushed down, the question's going to keep coming up. Is it time to buy? Is Sofi oversold? Is it a great deal? Because, the last time that we were at prices like this, if you zoom out just a little bit, we were at 793 about a month ago, and then we had a run up of, 27%, all the way back up to what, like $10.14. So the last time that the stock was this cheap, it then went on a nice little run, and that could absolutely happen again, and that has a lot of people talking. Getting into some of the news and stuff going on today with Sofi. Sofi has scheduled their conference call to discuss their Q1 2022 results. Obviously, it's April now. Q1 is done. We have another earnings season coming up upon us very, very soon. So Sofi, a leading next-gen financial services platform, today announced plans to host a conference call to discuss financial and operating results for the first quarter of 2022 on Tuesday, May 10th after hours. So this is going to be a very, very big day, obviously, to see how the first quarter has been for them. I don't think there should be any major surprises. People definitely want to see the kind of growth and the kind of user numbers that they were able to get from the NFC Championship game and the Super Bowl taking place in SoFi Stadium. We shouldn't really see anything too crazy in terms of, the bank charter won't really have much of an effect on Sofi yet. We know that the student loan moratorium was not going to be lifted during Q1. So a lot of those outside factors shouldn't, matter too much, but we will get to see how much stock-based compensation they've given up. Again, how many users they acquired and what that kind of user growth. And then hopefully we'll get to hear more about their projections going forward, not only into the next quarter, but, over the next year, all that stuff. So that should be kind of interesting. So if you're looking out for that, May 10th, Tuesday, May 10th, 2022, after hours, SoFi, quarter one of 2022 earnings. We have this from Yahoo Finance. Is SoFi a long-term buy or a smart long-term buy? There was this, management firm, Altron Capital Management, has this to say about SoFi in its quarter four 2021 investor letter. So, a little bit outdated at this point, but they say that they've been building their position for SoFi over the last 2 quarters, but have not yet written about their thesis. SoFi is an online financial tech company that started off of refinancing student loans. This segment remains a big part of the company's business, but they have more recently expanded their products to offer an entire suite of financial services, including personal banking, investing, credit. While their collection of products is still evolving and not yet complete, we believe the company is in the early stages of its inflection. The company nearly doubled its member count over the past year and is growing 50% plus, despite its loan refinancing business taking a hit due to the COVID-related loan moratorium. Furthermore, the company is close to obtaining a bank charter. Obviously, they then did do that. So, like I said, a little bit outdated. But while SoFi is not the only online banking platform out there, we believe it could take a decent share of the financial services market. Banking is a notoriously sticky business, as the inconvenience and hassle of switching banks prevents customers from jumping to competitors regardless of cost. Is one of the reasons why traditional banks are one of the few businesses that have truly been disrupted by technology. We think SoFi is well on its way to changing that and creating a new paradigm for the future of consumer banking and financial services. The factors that will ultimately drive consumer adoption of online banking are cost and convenience. In our opinion, SoFi is the best position to drive consumers away from the legacy banking model. Their one-stop shop approach for financial services and their lack of a brick-and-mortar branch network to maintain may eventually propel them into becoming one of the larger players in the banking industry in the United States. So, like I said, even though there seems like all this negativity and all this, stock price crashing and everything going down and down and down, there is still people out there saying some good stuff about SoFi, and there is people saying that, hey, maybe now's a great time to buy. Maybe when it was $10 or $15 or $20 or $25 over the past year, maybe at those times SoFi was overrated, overpriced, way too expensive. But maybe now here, down around $7.50 or even lower, $7.37, wherever we hit today, maybe it makes sense as a little bit better buy. I don't know. Obviously, there's still going to be people saying, no, this thing can go even lower. And, it absolutely can. We also have this. This is from thestreet.com saying, buy the dip, Apple, SoFi, and Disney. What they have to say about SoFi is Ken Wells is also kicking the wheels on SoFi, which has been slumping during the U.S. government suspension of federal student loan payments. I mean, so many people just hit on the student loan aspect of SoFi, even though the CEO, Anthony Noto, has come out and said that the student loan piece is not make or break for this company at all. It seems like so many people just really hammer home on that when the company keeps trying to tell you, like, hey, it's not that big of a deal to us. It doesn't matter that much. It's not do or die. But whether you look at SoFi as a meme stock or a growth stock, it's had a tough go as of late. Recently, SoFi cut its 2022 revenue and EBITDA guidance after the U.S. government extended the pause for student loans. While SoFi shares rallied 36.5% at 1 month, they're now back down to the levels traders saw 3 weeks ago. When I look at the SoFi chart, I see the stock undercutting last month's low at 773 and doing so with bullish divergence on the RSI measure. Notice how the RSI is not making new lows while the stock price is. Now, this divergence alone does not make the stock a buy. It's just one piece of the puzzle. Aggressive bulls can look at SoFi stocks at reclaims last month's lows and leaves a new low in play at 764. The concern here is that the rest of tech in the growth market of these stocks like ARK continue lower. SoFi will get pushed lower too. So that's the risk, but at least the risk is contained. And again, overall, this article, is saying, hey, it might be time to buy the dip on SoFi, which I think is kind of interesting. They also have this article out there from TipRanks talking about how SoFi Technologies is the fintech disruptor getting serious about crypto. They talk about, how they have the feeless crypto, no-fee crypto purchases for direct deposit members, which is really, really cool. But they also are rolling out an online educational center to explain the ins and outs of cryptocurrency to investors. And that's going to be really, really cool as well. Obviously there's a large population of people interested in financial services that really believe in crypto and really like crypto as well. And if you can take some of your traditional investors, get them involved in crypto, maybe a way to get some more money or just to help the whole market grow in general, which again, I think could be pretty cool. Their take was that SoFi Technologies price target is around $14.86 again, which implies a 90% upside potential, which is kind of interesting. Obviously on the SoFi stock subreddit, they're talking about how yes, SoFi is, hitting these all-time lows, lowest it's ever been so far is the top comment. I think that's kind of funny because, yes, obviously this thing can go lower. But again, if you are somebody that believes in the long-term story of SoFi, if you believe in what they're trying to do, if you believe in the growth, if you believe in the business, then 1, 2, 5, 10 years from now, you won't remember that on April 12th, 2022, the stock was $7.37. You'll just remember, hey, what it is then, what percentage it's gained since today, and all those kinds of things. Or, maybe it'll fail to reach a lot of its goals and maybe the stock will crash. Maybe it'll trade sideways. Who knows? But again, like I said, if you still believe in this thing the same amount that you did 3, 6, 12 months ago, then you maybe have a chance to just get this thing at a lower price. And then finally, some of the good news out there is that Credit Club chooses Cyberbank from Technisys to embrace digital transformation. This is an article, obviously this is good news, somebody choosing Technisys, which is owned by SoFi, and then the top comment being like, nice, this should bring us down 5% tomorrow, which is kind of funny. But Credit Club, the financial company that specializes in microfinance and digital investments in Mexico, is partnering with Technisys to implement the next-gen digital and core banking platform, Cyberbank. Credit Club's mission is to deliver exceptional customer experiences via tailored financial products and services, increase transactional capacity, boost scalability, and build a robust and secure digital ecosystem. So it's kind of cool that Technisys is laying in a new partnership, a new deal, and maybe a way that they might be able to make a little bit of money for SoFi. So I think that is at least a nice way to end this video with some positive news. So definitely drop a like if you guys did enjoy it. I would appreciate it so much. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think about SOFI. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions. Subscribe, stay up to date on all my latest content. Hopefully catch you guys in the next one. But until then, peace.